Welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith. Today we got a aluminum diamond tread job, and we have it laying in the PlasmaCAM right now, and we have the physical wooden pattern that was cut out to represent the actual shape. And I took that shape and we took tape measures and we drew it out on our screen right here, and of course it extends out past the table. So I'm going to show you how I take a part that's longer than the actual cut pads and cut a section, move it, and continue cutting a section. Alright, now the first step we'll do is we're going to go in and we're going to create a circle the diameter of my torch tip itself, which will be a register or a zero location in relationship to position of the whole part. It's located in a cutout that will be removed on the final step. But what I want to do now is create that hole, and then we're going to move our plate for the first cut, and we're going to cut the large section up over the other end of the part, and then we're going to move the part into it, finish cutting down the other edge. So we're going to be cutting the top edge, then finish off the whole width, and then we're going to make one last movement, and we're going to cut out the hole, and then that'll be the entire part. And so it's going to be a three-step process. The little hole, slide it, cut around the top, slide it, finish cutting that side, and then position it in the general area so that the cutout itself will be over the table. So I guess that makes it 4 spots. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to raise up our head for right now. We're going to slide out the wooden pattern here. This is the one cutout section in this that will be the last section cut out. But we're going to put a locating hole in this section 3 inches over from this edge here, and we're going to be guiding this thing along this edge, and we're going to be taking our drawing and on the screen dropping it and raising it along this edge right here. So this edge is not going to be cut here, but there's going to be a cut out in around the top, down the side, and around this bottom here in different locations. So we're going to go ahead first off, and we're going to put a little hole over there at 600 diameter, because that is the contact tip diameter, and I can come and I can verify plate location as I'm moving it. Okay, now I've set it so it's 3 inches off of the edge, and it happens to be, I don't know, 29 inches on the height or something like that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut that hole first. And I've got secondary ground on my plate. I'm going to give it some draft suction. Turn on the plastic cutter. And here we go. Alright. I'm just verifying how clean the cut is. And I like that. It actually hardly any dross on the back side. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move our sheet down now 44 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this pattern, and we're not going to leave this pattern on here at all. We just wanted that as a visual, so you know what shape we're cutting out of this. We do have a Sharpie line drawn on here, although from your camera angle it's probably real hard to see that. I'm going to go ahead and drop this on the screen. Okay, to move this part down 44 inches, what we're going to move it on the table. So we're just basically, we highlighted our item, we're just going to move. And move from point, well it's 0 right now. and 1 inch up, and move to the point, which is 0. You know, we don't want to move it side to side, but we want to go ahead and we want to go minus 44. Enter. Okay, the parts moved down. So all we did was drop that 44 inches, and we had that little round dot pre-planned so that that location we cut it at, moved down 44 inches down, would give us the surface area over the cut table, or the cutting area on the table, to make our cut. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this first section. Okay, we've already moved our drawing down. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring the torch zeroed right over the hole, and then we're going to slide the plate to match that hole to the location. All right, so let me zoom in on here, and we're going to tell this torch to move exactly in the center there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring this plate and we're just making sure that we're along our guides right here. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring the torch just down so that we can really fine tune the sliding forward and aft, or up and down in the table here. I'm just making sure that I'm against my guide the way I was when it was up there. Okay, and I'm going to go down just a little bit more here, and I need another angle shot of that. Alright, I'm going to call that 0. I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to make a practice run on cutting our first section here. It's always good to make a practice run. There we go. Let's see if we can get it now. Alright, the pierce actually was too long, and by that looks of that cut there, we're not in the right spot either. It came in a little too deep right there. Okay, we're going to stop it. We want to look at, are we good on the height? Yeah, it looks fairly good on the height. The cut on the width looked good too as well. These two radiuses that look like, or I calculated out to be a true radius. All right. Okay, those two radiuses where it curves in from the neck, or the bottleneck where it cuts down there, I'm going to have to change those. They're cutting about 1/4 inch on that one in too far, and this one here about 1/2 inch in too far. So I'm going over here and I'm going to stop it right in the middle of the arc here. So that is about a half an inch too far. Alright, I've taken one of my contact tips here and modified it. And what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew this one here. And we're going to take, and this is just a piece of brass that I silver soldered onto the end of this. So now this is a locator point. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take individual areas along that curve there to pinpoint a series of dots on my screen. And then I'm going to move the line that is a perfect arc and blend it to correspond with the creator of the pattern's arc. Okay, I've located that first spot there. Now I can control that point right down on to that felt marker line that I was tracing off of that pattern. Alright, so by controlling up and down there, I'm going to go ahead and put a node right on that spot right there. Alright, now I can undo that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to raise this up. Alright, we're going to go a little bit up on okay, and then we want to go over a little bit on Y and a little bit over on X. Alright, let's go down and see it. Okay, we need to go out a little bit on X. Alright. Right there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put another point right there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to raise her up again. Alright, go a little bit more north. Alright, over. Down. Alright, this gives us an average spotting along the line that it actually should be going on. So this is just a new tool that I said, hey, I need one of those, and I'm I made one, you know, so let's raise her up again. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit more north. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell it to move over in this general area here. It's a lot easier. I mean, that's good for minute, but all right. Now, hey, we're pretty close. We were just eyeballing what it was gonna need on there. You can come right down and touch that plate, and I am on that line. So you know what you see on the screen is a pretty good. You know, I mean, all of us got to learn to trust the machine, and sometimes that is hard. Alright, we're moving along this other side here, and I'm getting ready. I'm going to put a dot right there, and the other side totally worked out real nice. So we're raising it up, and we found that just go ahead and we basically are stepping every couple inches or so here, and we just move it like right on over. We're going to go ahead and go over just a little bit more here on this one here, because we like to be right between those diamond plates, okay? And we come on down. We got to go a little bit north there to line it up. A little bit more. right there. All right, now we'll put another dot there. The other side came out fantastic, so. Yeah, you don't want to crash your point into one of the diamond treads there, that's for sure, so you gotta be careful where we're going here. All right, we're gonna come on up into right in here. That's a good location. All right, let's go down a little bit. Okay, we gotta go a little north. Okay, I like that. All right, we'll put another dot there. Once I've put a series of dots along here, I can go ahead and take and work a radius right on the screen there. And been working out really nice. Yeah, that'll work. I like that. All right. That came out pretty fast. We're going to go ahead and draw those in and put the other tip on and make a test run once again to see if we're coming outside our lines. We're all set on our lines now with our modifications, and we're going to make a test run. And we're giving it a good eyeball to make sure that we're coming out pretty close to our lines here. That does look pretty close. I got one more dimension I need to check. Never had the tape measure when you need it. All I gotta do is look in your freaking pocket. Okay, let's see here. We got 400 there. Oh, that is square, but it sure looks like when it comes around here. What it is, those radiuses up at the top aren't what I have here. definitely looks like we're cutting these across here. We can't be shortening that material in there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and slide the plate up to the other direction there. 44 and a half, or yeah, 44 inches that way now. Okay. Okay, now that's where we got to move that plate to. So we're almost and that's where it was when we cut it the first time. we're gonna go ahead and this piece here will be free, and we can pull that off of there. We're gonna move it down here one more time just to get the full cut out of that center over the cut table. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this material out of the way here, undo my clamp, and we'll get set up. Alright, our first pass around here kind of showed that we were off this side of our line, and we went ahead and put our template up here, and our template is real close. There's a couple extra bit of material, and their radius is up there in the front because it's just not possible to follow a zigzag line there. We had to take the mean radius and create the curve accordingly to the pattern. There's extra material. There's no shortage of material anywhere. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and connect our ground here, and we're going to go ahead and move our pattern off to the side here. All right, and we're located there and there. We're doing fine. Okay, we're going to hit the current on and move this camera in a little bit. All right, I like that. All right, let's cut it. Alrighty, let's see how we did. We like. We like it. All right. Let's call them up and tell them it's cut out. This is giving you sort of a straight down view. See, they already had that one air. Now this is a rough cut, and they cut these probably with a saber saw, skill saw, you know, that type of thing. And these two radiuses right here. Now this one here, I mean, how can I follow that line with punching that into the computer? So I found the mean tracing lines that I drew on there, and then created the cut pattern so that, you know, there's plus material there anyhow. All right, now this was real straightforward, and this here was real close. And you know, we moved the plate 4 times to do that little spot to locate our head. and then cut this up here halfway down, then move it, and then cut that half and across the bottom. What was really cool is this little, the old contact tip, and we just took and we soldered a cone piece to the top, put it in a lathe and returned it, so then we could come and locate exactly what we want. We want a pinpoint, and then we can come over and we can create a 0 point and put a node there, and then come along, and we went ahead and we put nodes along here, and then we created one arc circle and touched it into our along the edge of our nodes right there, created what we have a positive material curve. Real nice sweep. And they can grind and feather that in. This is all going to get powder coated. Actually, you know, this, I mean, I've seen a lot of powder coat stuff. Okay, you're going to want a sandblast or acid etch or something. You're not going to want a powder coat right over this gloss. At least if you want it to last very long. Well, we got a new tool for our arsenal, and we'll keep that right up there. We'll probably actually more tools in the box. Okay, I keep it organized, and that keeps up there. Look at that, that's a flat spot. There's another flat spot. Get her done.